Jay-Z on the rocks, and we're hanging out with Speed from the band Silvertung. And first of all, how was your Thanksgiving, Steve? Speed.
That was awesome. Awesome. Finally got a chance to spend a little bit of time with some family.
That's awesome. I had a great time with mine too. And I tell you what, it goes fast, doesn't it? Here we are in December, and the holidays are here. Are you ready for Are you a holiday guy?
Oh, I actually, my two favorite holidays are Halloween and Christmas. I
Okay.
love time.
Anything special that you normally do during the holidays? A
Mainly
tradition?
to spend a lot of time with family because being on the road and everything, I don't really get a chance to go like hang out for a weekend or anything. So usually the holidays is when everybody gets together, especially for me because just too busy.
Yeah. Hey, I want to talk a little bit about kind of the rebranding of the band Silvertung. You guys obviously have been around for a while, but you decided to rebrand here in 2025. Give us kind of the lowdown and the reason for that.
Yeah, I kept looking at everything and I'm like, you know what, man, we're coming up with all this new music and the old logo and the old symbol just looks dated. So I was like, I need something just as exciting as the music is. So kind of put those two pieces together and I'm extremely happy with the way we come up with it now. I love the symbol and the new logo. I think it looks fantastic.
And you had mentioned to me before that you've really grasped other people helping you out. There's something maybe not necessarily everybody likes to do is like having people get in your business, but you actually have welcomed that, and that's really changed things a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, just going through the struggles of flatlining on my songwriting, I just felt like I'd kind of hit the wall. But reaching out to Chris Dawson and his team, I'm learning more about songwriting, things that I kind of missed because I think you kind of missed some of the exciting sections of songwriting when you're kind of like in the middle of like doing it. You just need to get it out there, and I've had issues of getting things out of my head into a recording, and Chris has him and the team have been amazing by doing that. I feel bad for him because I'm stubborn and I can only imagine what that's been like for them.
Well, I've known you for 11 years, and obviously I've seen that little bit side, but you've also, which is great, you've grown, and that's what we need to do as humans, don't we?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it was time. It was time to grow because, I mean, I've written some okay songs. They're pretty good. Um, but now I'm starting to understand some technicalities of writing that I kind of overlooked, I guess. I guess I never really thought about them as much as these guys do. And even when I sent over some of the old stuff to them, Chris even got back to me and he was like, man, he said, you're just missing the mark. He said, you're right there. He said, you're not going to have a whole lot of growing to do, but we can help you grow. And they have tremendously. I mean, I these songs would not even be a song without Chris. I can say that for sure.
That's awesome. And of course, we'll talk about your new stuff. We're spinning this hell, but before that, really the song I think that started it was Caustic. Talk about that.
Oh, Caustic was the very first one. After Chris and I had spoken many, many times about the direction that I wanted to go into and things that were in my head that I just wanted to get out in the recordings, he uh he said I remember the last call, he was like, I got what you're talking about now. Let's do this. And then all of a sudden, like the next week or two, tracks were just flying back and forth from each other. Like this, I don't like that. I like this, I don't like that, and that's how Caustic became. And Caustic is one of those songs is like it's heavy but it's fun, and that's kind of the whole atmosphere of the band that I wanted to bring to light. Was yes, it's heavy but it's still fun and we have a great time doing it. And that's Caustic was the first staple that came out of this whole a brand new approach for me, not for those guys, but for me, it's been I can't even explain how tough it was to get to this point. But now that I'm here, uh it's so much easier. It's so much easier because you have people on the outside looking in, going, well, you missed this, you missed that. What about trying this?
Well, it definitely feels talking to you the last couple of weeks here that you're rejuvenated about your career.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There was a point in time about 3 years ago, I was like, maybe I'm just done. Maybe I can't, maybe I've done what I can. And then just something after speaking to some friends of mine in the industry, Lee from Pop Evil and Mike from Any Given Sin, uh, they told me about some processes, and I was like, all right. And then Mike from Any Given Sin me up for Stolson, and now you kind of get a whole new Silvertung.
And looking forward to it. And we'll talk about 2026 in just a moment. Let's talk about this current song, This Hell, a banger. We're spinning it a lot, of course, here up in Minnesota. And the feel of this song is just, it hits you, doesn't it?
Yes, yes, and the whole song is kind of about, for me. Let me just say this: for me,
Yeah.
it's all about my process of getting to this point, because it's the battles that go on inside of my head, and I kept looking for other ways of, can someone help me? Can someone do this? But you have to be the one to help yourself, because if it wasn't for me making the decision to reach out to Chris and them, that song probably never would have even been anything. It would probably never would have existed. So it's kind of like the battles within yourself are things that you have to change. Not that people on the other side can't help you, but you got to make the motion to get there.
Well
But it's a
said.
banger. I love the song.
Yeah, I love it too. We're spinning it a lot here too. And I think I hopefully the rest of the programmers out there maybe haven't got on this song yet, but now that you're seeing this, you need to get on it, right?
I totally agree. And I really hope it does well. But more importantly, I hope it connects with the old fan base, the new fan base, people that have never heard us. That's the most important thing for me, is like, what can we do to make things better coming from Silvertongue, but giving a better experience to everyone else.
Have you thought about going back into your old library of music and rewriting some of that stuff with kind of the new things you've Chris has kind of put your way?
Actually, we have, and we're kind of doing this section on our own. We're taking some of the older songs and just revamping by adding different synths ideas and adding different emotions within the song, so that they kind of connect with what's going on. Not that I want to take away from the old stuff to make it new, but what we're trying to do is bridge the gap that's between them, and make it a for one, it makes the show 10 times better, because you don't have this song that's kind of like really good, and then you hear the next song and it's like blowing your mind away. I'd rather hit the stage and just blow your mind away.
Well, hitting the stage, I'm assuming you're going to be doing in 2026. Let's talk about next year. I'm sure tons of plans, things going on in your head right now as we speak. What can you tell us about 2026?
2026 is going to be a huge year for Silvertongue, because not only are we setting up a lot of touring for next year, but we're also setting up 2 to 3, maybe 4 more releases for next year, accompanied along with some brand new videos. And we hooked up with Tom Flynn for videos, and he's sick. He's just a legend in his, in his own mind. He's just so awesome. But 2020, I'm telling you, 2026 is going to be a huge turning point for us, and it's looking it's looking like it's going to be a little more busy than I thought it was going to be.
Ah,
So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about some festivals that we'll be announcing soon, um, and just the tour dates themselves. A lot of Midwest, a lot of down south. Possibly hitting over into Arizona, maybe getting further over into California this year. Which 2025 has been a lot of milestones for us, but 2026 is going to be. I think it's going to be the tipping point, and I think that's once we, because now we're firing on all 4 cylinders, and it's just super super exciting.
that's awesome. Hey, what's one thing I guess that we maybe think we know about Silver Tongue, but we really don't? That maybe it's that something is out there that people think, oh yeah, I know about, it. And they're like, no, you don't really know that. Is there something like that out there for you?
Um, outside of like how we got the name,
Well, we know that, right?
right? Well, there's two versions of that. There's a
Okay.
PG version and there's an X-rated version.
Well, we can do both actually, but so let our viewers know about it.
Well, the X-rated version. Now let me start light. Let me start light. I don't want to bring it in too hot. Um, it's a Simpsons episode that is called Silvertung. Not spelled the same way, but it's called Silvertongue.
Right.
The X-rated version, uh, it is a 1970s porno.
Hmm.
Silvertongue.
Yeah.
Neither of them are spelled with Tung. That came about off of me not liking the way it was spelled when you put them together. So I dug into like the Korean mafia and stuff, and that's where we got the tongues were the Korean mafia. So it's like, let's try that. And then we put that together. So if no one knew about that, there you go. That's how it all became about.
That is awesome. Hey, what's one thing you want to really do in 2026 that maybe now with these doors opening a little bit more for you that hey, this is maybe the time we should do this.
Collaborate.
Ah,
I I, I really want to collaborate with a few other artists. But I think it's going to take us getting through 2026 to build more value. And that's really important to us because by building our value, we're going to be able to be seen by more people in the public, but also be seen by bigger artists. And that's a really big goal. Not like my ultimate goal, but that's definitely a big goal for 2026 for us. It's just
okay.
build up that value. Because I think we have a lot to offer. It's just making the connection. I think we're trying to bridge that gap as well to try to make the connection with everybody. Like I don't care if you listen to country, I don't care if you listen to jazz, I don't care what it is. If we touch you in any way, in a good way that is, if we touch you in any way, that's a connection for us. If you like it, at some point you're going to love it. I'm going to make sure of that. Even if I got to come to your house and have dinner with you, we're going to make it happen.
Well, you can come to my house anytime and have dinner. That's fine. That'd be great. You can even have Christmas dinner if you want to come up this year. That's
Oh,
fine
that is
too.
awesome.
You maybe it'll be a little warmer where you're at than it is here right now. I think we're going to be probably 15 below tonight. So yeah, it'll be a little cold. So you mentioned the collaboration though. Does it matter what genre that you want? Do you want to stay in your own genre? Or would you like to actually have somebody collaborate from a different genre with you?
Actually, I'm excited to do both.
Okay.
I definitely want to connect with a few guys that are in our genre, but I wouldn't mind tapping in to some country artists that I like a lot and just, hey, let's see what happens. Let's see what we come up with. So let's Frankenstein this thing. Let's see how it comes out.
Do
I want
you
to try to do some things that no one else is doing.
yeah, do you care to mention those artists or do you want to hold those off for right now?
I'll hold those off in case we get denied.
Okay. Oh boy. Well, 2026 is an exciting time for Silvertongue. And if more people want information about Silvertongue, how can they get that?
Silvertung.com. That is Silvertung.com.
Yeah. And remember, that's either from a Simpsons episode or a porno, whatever you choose, right?
Whichever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat. Speed, great talking to you. Have a great holidays, and I'm excited to see what is going to happen in 2026 for Silvertongue.
You too, my brother. And thank you so much for all your love and support through the years. Things are going to go up from here. I promise you that.
Awesome. Once again, that's Speed Vincent. He's the lead singer from the band Silvertongue. Take care.